It is 9. Go ahead and get started. Hey, John. Well, that would not be kind. Welcome, everyone, to the May 11th Special Events Team meeting. Happy to have so many folks here in person. We will go around the room and do introductions. My name is Maria Waig from the Office of Community Engagement here at the City of Boise.
John Wasson, Ada County Highway District.
Debbie White, Ada County Highway District.
Ed Graves, Public Works.
Conrad McDaniel, Republic Services.
Vince Vergara, City of Boise Parking.
Summer Altieri, Boise Parks and Rec.
Jesse Tapper, Boise Fire Department.
Cameo Aiken, State County Paramedics.
Jeff Nia, Boise Police.
Dwight Kirkland, Boise Police.
Kelly Frank, City Clerk's Office.
And Greg, I think you're our only team member online today.
Oh my gosh, really? Greg Eisenberg, representing Valley Regional Transit.
Awesome, thank you. Just a reminder, public meeting, we are streaming live and this meeting lives on in perpetuity on the internet, so mind your P's and Q's. We are going to start with the 2022 Boise Brewing 8th Anniversary Party, and I think we have Kate Sharp joining us virtually today. Kate, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me? I am trying to start this video.
We can, you're awfully, your volume's a little low.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, hi, good morning, everyone. Sorry, I can't seem to get my video to work, but you're not missing much because it's just me. I am the Tupper Manager at Boise Brewing. We are planning our 8th anniversary party. Similar to years in the past, we're gonna block off that portion of Broad Street in front of the brewery. Oh, there we go. Hello. In front of Broad Street by 6th Street and the alley that we share with the brewery and the Fowler residents. The block party itself will run from 12 p.m. to 9:30. At 9:30, we'll do last call and start clearing the street out. Encourage patrons to come into the brewery to finish drinks. Goal to have the street empty by 10 p.m. and start tear down by 10 p.m. Let's see, we're expecting around 1,000 to 1,500 people to stop through the entire day. That's mainly based on like past numbers, the decline in COVID cases, and hopefully some really nice weather. We've lucked out in the last couple of years with very hot days. Let's see, for the road closure, it should be staged the day before, but we're planning on having it closed 5 a.m. to midnight, that June 18th. We'll have 2 food trucks on the street, Machu Picchu and Bochi Bochi. And then I recently had a food cart sign on, Thinking Tacos. I'll need to update my vendor list and my layout map to reflect that, but they'll actually be on our patio, the Thinking Tacos food cart. MAB Events Services will be running our entrances and exits. They'll have tip certified staff checking IDs and wristbanding, those of age. It is an all ages event though. Let's see. And we'll have some music, some live music. It will just be a general PA system though, nothing super fancy. I have 3 bands and the music will go from 2 p.m. to that last call for the block party at 9:30. And I am open to any questions or concerns.
Kelly, do we have a site map to put up?
I was just going to say, Kate, did you have a map to share on your screen?
I submitted one, but I can pull up something real quick.
Okay. I can grab it too.
Thanks, Kate. It's really helpful during the presentations when everyone can look at a map together.
Let's see. Kelly, could you possibly pull it up? I'm just finding only all my tree fort layout maps. They're similar, but not exactly what's happening.
Yeah, it looks like Kelly's got it.
Oh, excellent. Sorry.
All right. So Kate, we still owe you as a special events team we have it on our list of things to do. So didn't want you to think that we had forgotten kind of working through with you standardizing the event layout for the different events that you do so that we can be a little bit more consistent from time to time. So just know, even though we haven't gotten to it yet, it is definitely still on our to-do list. So with that, we'll just go around the room. ACHD.
Hey, Kate. Hey, I don't have a problem with the traffic control plan. I do have a couple of questions. Everything else looks good. Have you contacted ITD? If not, then I can reach out to Shona. We need to make sure that they're okay with us putting signage on Front and Myrtle.
I have not, but I can reach out to them.
Okay, okay. Yeah, reach out early because she's busy.
Okay, sounds good. We'll do that today.
And the second thing is you don't show any pedestrian restrictions except for what is already existing. So you're not going to be impacting sidewalks, crosswalks, anything like that, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's pretty much all I have. Otherwise, it looks good.
Oh, Ed, one way. Kate, can you confirm that? Because the way it looks as though the fencing is going to impede the sidewalk right of way, potentially?
Sure. Yeah, so people will still be able to cross through the event if they're not planning on attending. We find that that's pretty common with Fowler residents coming through. So we just allow them to walk through if they're not attending the event.
Kate, one of the things is you're going to have to make sure that any fencing you put out is ADA compliant if it's on the sidewalk. And we have to maintain a minimum of 4 foot for pedestrian walkway. And that's if it's less than 200 feet long. Otherwise, it's got to be 5 foot.
Mm-hmm. I do have a pedestrian plan that we used in Tree Fort. It's basically the same. We didn't really impede on any sidewalks for that really, as far as people being able to cross through and maintaining that 4 feet. I can submit that reflecting the anniversary layout if that would help.
That would be awesome.
Cool. I will send that over as well.
Thank you.
Kate, are we blocking off the south sidewalks at all?
Let's see. Yes, but people will be able to enter through that north side, enter and exit through that north side.
Okay, so we are going to block the south sidewalk, but people could just walk to the north side and cross through at their leisure.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I will actually need a pedestrian detour plan. Anything,
Okay.
if we're kicking all the pedestrians over to the north side, we got to have something telling them that at the crossings.
All right. Yeah, I have that layout, the pedestrian plan layout map, so I will send that over to you as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kate, it's Ed with Public Works. Just a couple of quick questions. One, have you had a chance to distribute that low waste guide to your vendors?
Not yet. That's usually something I do a little bit closer to the event itself and make sure they have all their permits in it and city stuff ready to go as well. But that's a good reminder to send that over to them.
Perfect. Yeah, no rush. I was just asking. And then also primarily serving in plastic cups, cans,
Yes.
Both?
Both.
Both.
I'm assuming we'll mainly do plastic cups. Cans we don't typically do for the event, but I can foresee maybe on the outside, on the street in our beverage service outside, we might do some cans.
Okay. And then also, do you have signs like the recycle signs that
Yes.
we can provide? Do you need any?
I don't think so. I have those PDFs saved. So I just usually reprint them and post them up on the bins themselves they have.
Okay, cool. And then do you need any extra trash boxes or recycling bins?
So I only put in a request for the recycling bins. The cardboard ones have just done us dirty too many times in the past, and we have plenty of old grain bins that we have in our shed. That's what we've been using for events now for trash. And then in addition, those yellow recycling guys. No offense to those cardboard.
No,
boxes.
please. They're horrible. So, okay, that's all I've got. Thank you.
Great.
Hi, Kate. It's Conrad with Republic Services. And you understand the process. So I'll just keep an eye out for that order of extra service on the following Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have. Did you have any questions for me?
Nope. That sounds great.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Kate. This is Vincent Parking. I've already reviewed your application as far as the parking that you need, and it doesn't look like you need any. So we're set to go on our side.
Great.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing from the Parks Department.
Hi, this is Jesse with the Boise Fire Department. I like the open design that you have here. The only thing I have is the food trucks. Please get a hold of your vendors and send them, the information regarding fire department inspections that they're supposed to have. They know this, but please get confirmation that they've had them as well. And then could you send me the list of these two food vendors and their contact information if you have that?
Yes.
Okay, and that's really my only issues.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Camille with the paramedics. Everything looks good on our end. The only thing that I would ask is that make sure there is a definite ingress and egress for emergency vehicles if they have to come in for any type of a call. MAV's really good at working with 911 and emergency services if they need to come in, but just make sure that is everybody's clear of where that is on the day of.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, Kate, this is Jeff from Boise Police. So with this current map, I think you're fine with the alcohol containment for the designated area. If there is any adjustments to the fence line there on the north side, by opening up the sidewalk, you might just have to put containment in to contain people there. But I think the building right now works. The only other question I have for you is just to make sure and ensure that the new space, that 523 building, is not going to be used at any point during this event. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, as long as the map stays the same, then I think we're good with the alcohol containment.
Awesome.
Hi, Kate. This is Kelly with the clerk's office. The map looks good. Thank you for moving the stage and the food trucks and stuff. I know that was a big change from the tree fort setup. And like Maria said, we will get you some more information on a finalized plan. Sorry, just a second here. I'm not sure where the echo is coming from. Someone's laptop is on. Anyone? Someone's laptop is on, causing echo. Okay, I will make it quick. Maybe it's mine. Sorry. Okay, is that better? All right, sorry about that. It's still echoing, but I will touch base with you in an email, and just wanted to make sure on record. John and Debbie, did you guys require a flagger at Fifth Street for the traffic control plan to help direct through traffic in and out?
I don't think we're requiring it. They were just going to do a closure, and they don't have anything going into it. So
Okay.
It's just a detour plan around it.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Sorry about that.
All right, thanks, Kate and Colin. We will let you go.
Thank you. You guys
Thanks,
have a good
guys.
And up next, Andre, we have you on the other side of the table today for 2 events. Let's go through them one at a time, since they're quite different from one another.
All right, everyone, good to see you. While Kelly's pulling that up, I'm Andre Womack, Community Engagement Manager over at DBA. That's my spot. And this is Serena Dazio with DBA. She's our new activities coordinator intern for the summer. So from Boise State, so we're excited to have her. Oh, perfect.
I asked him. Greg, can you please put the PowerPoint back up? Thank you.
All right. Well, perfect. As I mentioned, Andre Womack with DBA. We're going to be talking about Alive After 5 this year. We're excited to bring it back. It's been a few years since we've had it, 3 years actually. So looking forward to celebrating our 35th anniversary this year. Through this presentation, we're going to talk about event details, our location footprint, our security plan for the event, and then of course, trash and recycling, which we're always excited about. So we got some fun changes for that this year, and then with some Q&A right at the end. As I mentioned, Alive After 5, it's a free community event. It attracts about 4,000 people per event. We're having 7 of them this year, which is a change from previous years. Normally we have 12 to 14, depending on the year. With that change, we're still going to be doing beer and wine sales and still working with our Tips for Charity organizations, which this year it's Catch and Boise Bicycle Project. And basically all of our tips proceeds go to those organizations. And a huge change from previous years is we're going full cans this year. So everything will be recyclable. Yeah, I knew Ed was going to be happy about that. That includes all of our non-alcoholic beverages. So water, and then some sparkling waters as well. Our dates and times, it'll be like traditional years, 5 to 8 on the Grove Plaza. Those are the dates for each one of our events. So in June, we'll have 2. In July, we'll have 3. And then August, we'll have our final 2. And everything will be finished up August 10th. Setup starts at about 11 each Wednesday that we have the event, though our portable toilets do arrive on site at 8 a.m. But the majority of our event setup actually starts around 11 and ends about 30 minutes prior to the event. Teardown will be at about 8:30. though I'm sure some people will want to start tearing down just a couple minutes early. We're hoping to have everything cleaned out of the Grove Plaza by 10:30, and then the toilets will be picked up the following morning by 8. And we'll get with the location map, you'll be able to see this in greater detail, but our info booth is going to serve kind of, let's go back. Our info booth is going to serve as our lost child area and first aid kits, or first aid area, as well as we're selling all of our NA beverages out of there, all of our non-alcoholic beverages, to keep it separate from the bar so nobody's confused there. And we're not serving minors anything out of the bar. Our vendors, Hayden Beverage is back on this year for all of our beer and wine supplying. And another change from previous years, we will have no food vendors on site this year. The Grove Plaza's done a pretty good job of attracting more business down there. So there's more food options available close by, and that should be sufficient. With that, only informational and merch booths will be on site, as well as our nonprofit booth. Our portable toilets are through United Site Services this year. We'll have 6, and then our ADA toilets will be through the visitor center, right there adjacent to where the porta potties will be. As I mentioned, we'll have stage set up around 11, and sound checks start around 2:30, and we'll be finished up about an hour prior to the event start time. Hayden Beverage will have a truck parked on the west spoke, as they have had in the past, and it just holds all the ice for the event. And we've been working with parking to reserve all of 9th Street on the east side from Main to Grove for band parking and any additional parking needs that we have there. Our medical plan is exactly the same as in previous years. We'll just be using 911 and Pulse Point on my phone and Serena's phone here, so we can keep track of things going on in the area. Our location footprint here, again, very similar to previous years. Our stage has moved around a little bit in previous years, but I think this is the home that sounds or works the best for us. And it'll be right there on the south end of the Grove Plaza. Our bar will be in the same spot that it's been for about 5 years now. And that is on the west side of the plaza, and a satellite bar on the east side, which will just be a much smaller version, same amount of beverages, but just one person over there instead of the like 20 that are over on the other side. We'll have security placed throughout the event, and I know that this map changed from what was originally submitted. We just have been working with agencies and making sure we're updating the site map accordingly. So I will make sure and get Kelly an updated version for everyone who needs one. Our security plan is MAV Event Services this year. We'll have 1 person per entrance monitoring all alcohol coming or trying to leave more than anything. And then we'll have the no alcohol signs placed throughout the venue at all of our exits. And we'll have 1 armed guard at the end of the night for our cash deposit. Just keeps us a little safe there. Our wristbanding is going to be on the north and south entrances. And it'll be done by volunteers this year, as well as we've added wristbanding at all bar areas. So if somebody doesn't get one at the station, they don't have to go back. We can take care of them at the bar area as well.
For our trash and recycling plan, we'll have 14 trash and recycling bins located throughout the footprint. We're also going to have 1 3-yard dumpster located behind Boise Center. Like Andre said earlier, the new thing that we're doing this year is having all of our beverages in aluminum cans. Our recycling will be self-hauled by a partnering organization that we're going to be donating to. And all of our ice bags are going to be recycled with an orange bag, just like Tree Fort did.
All right, guys, with that being said, questions?
Thank you, Andre and Serena. Guys, make sure we ask Serena all the hardest questions.
Yes, please.
Go ahead, John.
For the most part, this does not take place in the right of way. However, we'll pass on the parking issue and of requiring a permit and let Vince take care of the metered parking issues. Our biggest concern is going to be the increase in pedestrian traffic down there during those evenings. So we'll alert our TMC to kind of keep an eye out on that traffic and make sure that if we need additional red time or whatever, because people aren't obeying it, we can go forkle traffic for the pedestrians.
Hey, that's awesome to hear about the cans.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really great. Just a couple of things. Do you need any additional like recycle signs or trash signs? You need anything?
We have the recycling signs that we'll print ourselves, and then we got tons of containers. So,
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
we're good there.
Good. And then just for the ice bags, awesome. I think that's terrific. I would only make sure that who's ever handling that they know. I mean, is it just going to be the ice bags going in those energy bags, and that's it?
Correct. That's it.
Okay.
Just the ice bags, just like Treefort did.
Okay. And
for
is your
theirs.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I was gonna say I've been Duck Club came on as a partner for this year for all of our stuff, and so we've been learning from the Treefort experience as much as we can, and that was one of the big things that came up from that. So
Perfect. Okay. And so they're going to take care. They know they can just put that energy bag in whatever recycling dumpster or wherever they're going to put that.
yeah,
Okay.
yep,
Well, cool. I think that's a great. Thank you.
absolutely.
Good morning.
Hey, Conrad.
Serena, question, what number plastic is the ice bag?
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Get back to you on that. Need to do some additional research.
Don't worry about it. You guys are good there. Andre, thank you for the call the other day.
Absolutely.
It's good to work some of this out, and I think we're all squared away. I saw your order is ready to go with the note for the dumpster to have the locking casters and lid lock. So yeah, we're all set. I'm good on my end. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Conrad.
Andre, thank you for the phone calls and emails
Absolutely.
and parking. We're set to go. We know what the plan is, and we are just waiting for, I think, payment. And then after that, we're set to go.
Sounds good. I'll make sure and get that over to you.
All right. Thank you, man. Take care.
Nothing from the Parks Department.
Awesome.
Hi, Andre. Because of the size, frequency and location of this event, we're going to need a separate fire department inspection. So
You got
just
it.
be sure to fill out your separate special events permit through Boise Fire.
Voice of Fire, you got it.
Yep. And then just keep that west spoke open for emergency vehicle access. That's our primary ingress egress. So it looks like you're doing that.
Yeah, and we're trying to make sure and maintain that whole aisle for you.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks, Jesse.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, great job filling out this medical form. I just had a couple clarifying questions. So it says on here that you'll have first aid kits, stop the bleed kits, and CPR masks located at the info booth.
Yep.
And then on the stop the bleed kits, does that come with training? Has your team been trained on those?
We have a team member that is full CPR, first aid, and stop the bleed kit certified for that.
Okay.
So they will be the one at the info booth for all of that.
Perfect. And if you need any help with that, we do have some classes that we do once a month. So reach out to me
That'd
if
be
you
great,
guys
actually.
need some help with training some of your personnel.
That'd be perfect. Yeah, because that's actually a conversation we're having right now in the office.
Okay.
So get some more training for everyone.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you for having those, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's very helpful.
Hello.
Hey.
I've got nothing. I'm just waiting for Hayden Devers to turn in the catering permit, but I'll
Perfect.
wait for that and sign it off when it comes in.
Sounds good. I'll make sure and reach out to them and get that over to you.
Thanks.
You bet.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I assume that you and Lieutenant Nia did or the clerk's office, you got your questions answered on the catering permits?
No, the clerk's office is like a 45-minute wait on the phone to start right now. So they have not called me back yet.
Okay.
So I'll work through that with them though.
No
So,
worries. What was the,
I wanted to submit it all online with them. And
Okay.
Since each one of these events is ISP made me do like a separate application for each event. I was wondering if the city was going to require me to pay a separate and do a separate catering permit for each event as well, or if I could submit as one for all of them.
we'll have, yeah.
Well, first of all, my apologies. I
Oh,
will
you're
follow up on you not
You're
getting a
good.
phone call back. So I will follow up on that piece for you. We do require, it's state law that requires a separate application and a separate fee for each
one.
catering permit.
Okay.
So if you can submit one for each event, that would be
Got it.
great. And online is probably the easiest method, but happy to take those hard copy as well. So
You got it.
your preference, and I can touch base with you after this,
Okay.
and I'll give you my direct line as well.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's perfect. I just wanted to make sure. And before I tried to fill all these permit numbers in, I was like, I don't think they're going to fit.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And then real quick, we do have a couple of other people joining online. But I did want to say that Rachel with the emergency management, she is out of town for a training, so she'll probably be in touch with you
Okay, perfect.
for probably just go over the safety for the events of Alive After 5 every week.
Mhm.
And then the health department is not logged on either. So please make sure that if you haven't touched base with them, that you do reach out and your vendors are licensed, and then that you do have the acceptable amount of portable restrooms and hand washing stations.
Perfect.
And if you need anything else from me, just let me know. We do have Sydney Murphy online with Boise Risk Management.
Good morning. I'm just waiting on the updated certificate of insurance from you.
Okay, Sydney, I will make sure and get that over to you. I believe it got filled out and it might have been sent to Kelly instead. So
Okay.
I will make sure and get that over to you though.
Perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'll take a look. I was gone for a couple of days, so I
Sure.
apologize. And then let's see, does Heather or Lyle, would you like to say anything, or do you have any questions for your team members?
I think Andre and I are pretty good on this one. We've talked a lot about it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thanks, Andre.
Absolutely. Thank you, Heather.
And Greg with Valley Regional Transit.
We have no concerns, so it's all good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly. Sorry about that, Greg. My allergies have kicked back in, so evidently I just skipped right over you last time. Fantastic. Well, now let's move on to the 2022 Father's Day Car Show, which has a substantial footprint around the state capitol. So we've invited Paul Navarro from the state as well, I think are going to make a habit of that for any event that has a substantial footprint around the capitol. So think anything summer that takes place in the park.
Perfect. Well, yeah, we're excited to bring back another one of our events. So our Father's Day Car Show is celebrating its 19th year. And again, we'll just review those same basic event details and get some Q&A from everyone after we're done. So the biggest things going on this year is we are changing, obviously we're changing the footprint. So the footprint got changed from Idaho in 8th to Jefferson and surrounding areas. Is probably the quickest way to say that. With that, we are changing the amount of cars that are coming. Normally in a given year, we have about 180 cars to 200 cars. This year, it's going to be closer to about 120. Just the footprint's a little reduced there. The date for that event is June 19th. And we will be utilizing Cecil Andrews Park as well in our footprint. So that should help us out significantly with just crowd management. Our event runs from 9 to 3:30, but the setup starts at 6 a.m. with road closures beginning at that time, and then car load in at 7:30. Typically that takes about an hour, a full hour of load in. We're working on ways to speed that up, but we'll see. After the event at 3:30, cars will immediately start to exit the venue, and we'll do that in a nice organized fashion. We're hoping to have everyone cleared out by about 4:30 and have the roads back open by 5. Our info booth will serve again as our first aid area and lost child area. We will also have just general event information there and water available there for purchase. We are again doing no food vendors. We're just really trying to minimize our waste at these events. And so all of our vendors that will be there on site will be informational and merch booths only. Our portable toilets are through United Site Services again. The amount might change depending on what Central District has for me, but as of right now, it's 4 toilets and 2 of them will be ADA. Our footprint does have amplified sound. We'll have Radio Boise with some DJs throughout the day. So they'll start at about 8:30 and we'll end with our award ceremony at 3 to 3:30. I've been working with Vince to get all of our on-street parking reserved for the event footprint, and we'll have those signs placed out at noon the day before to make sure we're good on that. Our medical plan, just like traditional years, it'll be 911 and have pulse point on my phone as well as Serena's phone. And our security plan, since we don't serve alcohol at this event, it's really just volunteer based. Volunteers assisting with our car load ins at 7:30 and then just helping monitor the event throughout the day. Here's our updated footprint. And again, this footprint changed from when we submitted the application a couple months ago. And so I will make sure that this gets sent out to all agencies again. As I mentioned, we'll be using Cecil Andrews Park as a part of our footprint. And with that, that's where our porta potties will live. They'll be in the corner of the park there. We will be utilizing the full Y for parking cars. We will do our absolute best to maintain a good amount of space there and park them to one side. So if something did need to come through there at some point, it could potentially do that. But most access will be down Jefferson. I will maintain a nice wide aisle for you, Jesse. Utilizing 8th Street from Bannock to State for additional parking. I know there's some big question marks on that footprint, and those are the car lots that are on that Car Park manages that are on Jefferson and 8th. I am still working with them on whether or not we can use them to include in our footprint. If that happens, that'll just be additional car parking there. There won't be anything else other than cars being parked in those spots. But that might be a long shot right now. Regardless, that's the general layout. We have our community notification that we'll be sending out in the next 2 weeks. And it really just talks about the impacted area there, the street closures that we have, and we've been working with ACHD on, and just alerting affected people in the area of, this is what's going on and the day and times of that event. Our trash and recycling, it's really minimal since we're not doing food and we're not really doing beverage sales. It's mostly just general trash that event goers will be bringing into the venue or into the area. And so all of our trash will be self-hauled. Our office location is barely off the footprint. It's on Bannock. And so our dumpster is located in the alley behind Bannock and like the middle of 8th and 9th. So it's 816 West. And that includes our recycling. Any aluminum cans that we have will come from water. So we'll self-haul all that recycling as well. So again, we don't sell a lot at this event, so the trash is pretty minimal. But yeah, with that being said, questions?
Thanks, Andre.
Absolutely.
I just one question on the map. Are you planning with the porta potties to have them facing the sidewalk?
No, they'll be facing, and I'll probably actually change the way they're
Just
sitting to face the other direction, actually. So the map shows them going along Jefferson. I'll probably have them kind of going along 6th.
Okay. If
so
you
that
would just
they'll
make
face
sure,
inwards.
particularly with the ADA ones, if they, it's better if they abut the sidewalk. It makes them usable for folks who need them the most. If they're facing the grass, that can be really difficult for folks who are using wheelchairs to get into them.
Absolutely, yeah. I believe Debbie contacted me about needing sidewalk egress there. So we can work and figure something out there. I've been working with United Site Services to make sure that we might do like some sort of a walkway or staging area where a wheelchair could access those relatively easily. So it might just be wood, but something there that allows.
Yeah, just something that's like, doesn't let wheels get
So
stuck.
people don't get stuck in the grass. Absolutely.
Great.
That's
thank
my
you.
nightmare.
Thanks.
Hey, Andre.
Hey, Debbie.
Hey, thanks for working with me on this. I think we're pretty good to go. You're not going to be impacting any pedestrians at all. We've talked about that. If you do, just make sure we get a pedestrian plan.
You got it.
Because it might even be easier if you do have to put the toilets on the sidewalk and have the doors open. Just getting a detour plan and pushing the actual pedestrians to the other side of the street.
And maybe that's exactly what we'll do, because they can just cross and go around.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe that's what we'll do.
Okay,
to
just
avoid all that.
get specialty to get me a pedestrian plan. They know what to put out there.
Perfect.
And then other than that, I think we're pretty good to go.
Excellent. Thank you, Debbie.
Thanks.
Yeah, not much for me either. I would though suggest, I know you won't be really generating much through vendors, but people are gonna bring in coffee cups and, stuff to throw away. So I would suggest supplementing maybe the existing, at least the existing trash containers that are already on site, maybe throw in a few extra.
Yeah,
around just to.
we'll have about probably 10 receptacles on top of all the,
perfect. Okay.
city receptacles. So yeah, we'll be hauling in a bunch. So
perfect. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that works great.
On your application, it says you're using Bitter Creek's dumpsters.
Yes. So that was back when the layout was going to stay on 8th and Idaho. That has subsequently changed. So we'll work on that and get that updated for you. But yeah, it'll be our dumpsters, and we'll schedule an additional pickup time for the next day. So we're working on that with Oppenheimer right now to just make sure we're good there.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Yeah. If you could just get me those details when you have them, that'd be great. Because yeah, using Bitter Creek's actually a whole nother ball of wax. So I'm glad you're opting to use your own.
Yeah. And if not, I can always haul it down to my other dumpster 2 blocks down.
Great. Yeah. So when you hammer out those details, just send them my way.
Perfect, Conrad. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andre, we're set to go on parking. We have the signs that we're going to be putting up on the parking stalls that we've talked about. So we're good to go.
Awesome. Thanks, Vince.
Thank you.
I sent your reservation and you're set, and we'll just move forward.
Excellent. Thanks, Summer.
Actually, one more thing. We'll turn off the main sprinklers for you guys, and that'll cover the Y. But if you plan on setting anything up by like the post office, that green grass area, just so you know, that's not part of that system.
Yeah.
So
we won't
we
be putting.
didn't water you.
We will not be putting anything over there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to do as minimal as we can. Focus on the cars.
But if you change your mind, let me know so we can get you in contact with them.
Thanks, Summer. Appreciate it.
Hey, Andre, I think we can work with this. So the fire code talks about a 20-foot fire lane access all the way through. I think it might be a little difficult to get that with Jefferson. It's not that wide. The parking spots that are marked currently are about 24 feet apart. So I think we can work with that. But if we can, I noticed you have the cars angled. If we could back them up as far as you can get them to the curbs, angle them as much as you can, and then the cars on the south end as close to the curb as you can to give us as much room as possible.
You got it.
Because the 20-foot is not just, we can drive through this, no problem. The 20-foot is for our aerial apparatus. We have outriggers that come out, stabilizer jacks. And so my concern would be directly in front of the Capitol building itself. That's where I want it to be the most open.
You got it.
Is in front of the Capitol building.
And if you notice, Jesse, I tried to illustrate it on our layout, we will, because I walked the site and realized that too, that if both sides of the street were both angled, it would only leave you like 18 feet.
Yeah, and that's fine. We can work with that.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to do my absolute best to angle one side of the street and then parallel park the other side.
Right.
So it should still leave you, if my math's right, which I'm not a math major, but I believe it's like 20 feet almost exactly if we do it that way.
Yeah,
So,
just do your best to get as close to that 20 feet as possible. The other thing is there's a fire hydrant just right next to the driveway to the Capitol.
okay. I was told to leave the roundabout and the Capitol open, and I think the fire hydrant sits right there next to that
It
roundabout.
is. It's about, I'm looking at it now. It's probably about, I don't know, 15 feet from that roundabout. So just make sure.
I will
no
make sure
vehicles
and keep
parked in
those
front of
open
that
for you.
hydrant. So yeah, if you can do that, I'll be happy with that. And then just make sure you apply for your special events permit on this one as
With
well.
the fire. You got it.
We'll be good to go.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks.
No questions or concerns from us. If you can get their trucks through, we can get through.
Nothing for police.
Awesome.
Just a reminder again that Central District Health is not here, but they will require the notification of event form and then your vendor certifications. Thank you, ACHD, for meeting with us a couple of times and the emails ahead of time to get this worked out. I know there's a lot of construction in the area, so just being able to accommodate this event and bring it back is great. So
I really appreciate that help. Yeah.
we'll definitely encourage you to work on your neighborhood notification and make sure that we're not detouring people into other detours because of the construction and stuff going on. So that'll be something that we help keep an eye on and help you just to make sure that the word gets out. And I did want to clarify, I was going to call up Sydney too for the insurance. It looks like you did send over certificates, but it may not have had the requirements marked for Alive After 5. So she may be looking for an update on that.
Another one. Okay.
But I'll have her just clarify that to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Perfect.
That's correct, Kelly. Sorry, I was just going to comment on that. We're good for the Father's Day one, but yes, just the Alive After 5.
Okay. The Alive After 5 just needs to be adjusted on the language. Is that
Yes.
what it was? Okay.
Thanks. All right, Greg.
We're not running any service on Sunday, so it doesn't affect us, but I would like to say that we're very happy to participate with the electric bus out there. So
Yes, we're very excited about that electric bus.
And Heather.
Heather, you're muted. Heather, you're muted.
Heather, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Thing off. Andre and I have talked about Father's Day car show every day for about 3 months now. And I think we have a plan for neighborhood notifications. So I think we're good.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kelly, do you happen to have an updated list of our pending approval agencies? I know sometimes this gets a little out of date from when we post it.
Yes, just one moment.
If you do, I will let you tick through that.
Perfect.
Most pressing, I think, is the marathon this weekend.
Yes. So the YMCA Famous Potato Marathon, I do not have sign-offs from Boise Parking, Boise Parks and Rec, Boise Fire, ACHD, Central District Health, Downtown Boise Association, Ada County Paramedics, Office of Emergency Management, which I'll touch base with Rachel.
All right. Is anybody experiencing any issues other than procrastination? Okay. Then we'll look forward to seeing you sign off on that event in the next 24 hours, hopefully. And Kelly, how about the 2022 Hayden Beverage Concert?
Thank you. Boise Parking, Boise Parks and Rec, Boise Fire, Republic Services, Ada County Highway District, Central District Health, Downtown Boise Association, Office of Emergency Management.
All right, same question. Anyone waiting for anything from the event organizers? All right, then this is your gentle reminder. Two other kind of quick reminders. We do have some after action reviews that are due. These are really helpful to both us and the event organizers, helps us just keep track of how events went, anything that we need to be aware of the next year. So counting on all of you to get those done as well. And then a favor, which is if when any of you are communicating with event organizers directly as follow-ups or in advance, please remember to copy special events at cityofboise.org. Just adding that email address helps Kelly keep track of everything, make sure that like one hand is talking to the other hand. If an event organizer emails and doesn't include that email address, please pop that on there in your response. Also, I just want to give major recognition to Conrad, who is the most beautiful user of the sign-off system and adding additional comments. He should be what we're all looking to emulate in using that system. So if you all would do two things, it makes Kelly's life so much easier. One, make sure that special events email is on all of your correspondence with event organizers. And two, emulate Conrad in using the sign-off system to add comments, make sure you're signing off. It just helps with the organization. We don't ask redundant questions, and event organizers have confidence in our ability to work as a team. Please and thank you very much. And Conrad, I hope I didn't embarrass you. Anything else for the good of the order before we close this meeting today? All right, thanks everyone. Serena, great job. Welcome to the team.